There's a lot of debate out there about what's the most dangerous food for you. Is it sugar or is it seed oils? And some of you watching this video might not know what seed oils are, so I'm going to cover what they are so you know how to avoid them. Well, let's start with this. Both foods can be very damaging for your health. One is damaging at any level, one is damaging the more you have of it. So let's start with sugar. We know that chronic consumption of sugar is going to kill you. It creates weight gain, blood sugar spikes, it wears out your pancreas and you get insulin sensitivity, it makes you very inflamed, leads to heart disease and all these other things that saturated fats or healthy fats were blamed for back when the sugar industry paid off some, I believe it was Harvard scientists, to do some fake studies that showed fat was the enemy, not sugar. So we know sugar is a problem. However, humans have also been eating sugar for a very long time in the form of fruits. So fruits are the part of the plant wants to be eaten to spread its seed, and that's how it procreates and spreads, and so it makes the fruit very delicious and very tasty so that animals and humans want to keep eating it. Now, we did this back in the day when it was in season and we needed to put on weight before a winter where food might be scarce. So not all sugar is bad for you, and the sugar that we ingest from fruit is used up a little bit differently than processed and refined sugars. Now, if all you ate was fruit all day, every day, you would probably run into a lot of issues. But again, not all sugar is equal, just like not all calories are equal. What else can we do with sugar though? If you go and eat something that's high in sugar, you can do things before you eat and after you eat to help your body navigate that. There's research that shows if you have some whey protein or a cup of berries about half an hour before eating a high sugar meal, even a slice of cheesecake, which really is the most sugar dense food out there that we can have, your blood sugar will only spike about 50% of what it would without that pre-meal, which is huge because that cuts down on a lot of the inflammation and damage. You can also go do some exercise 15 minutes after you're done eating, go for a walk or something like that, and you're going to burn that sugar far more quickly, so it's not all going to go and turn into fat. But again, I'm not saying in this video, just go and eat all the sugar you want and you'll be healthy. And definitely not when we're talking refined sugar and refined carbs. I'm talking more natural sugar that you get from watermelon and pineapple and berries and all the fruits. Organic raw honey is a good one too. It's very high in sugar, but it's also very good for you, but we're not recommending you go and eat it by bottle full. But let's now shift to seed oils. What's the difference with seed oils? And let's get into which one of these two things is worse. And I'll just start with this. Seed oils are far more damaging to your health than even sugar, which we know is pretty much for 50 years been the #1 driver of poor health and early death has been sugar, but seed oils are far worse. And there's a few reasons why. Number one, you can't just go and burn seed oils off by pre-mealing or post-exercise. Seed oils get into your cells, damage the DNA, and I've seen different reports that show they stay in your cells and DNA causing damage for 3 months. I've also seen some studies that show it might be 600 days, so almost 2 years. So every time you eat fries or anything else that's been cooked in vegetable oil or canola oil, that oil is causing damage for maybe 600 days. That is an incredibly long time. So what constitutes a seed oil? So some oils are really good for you. They're saturated fat, they're high in omega-3s. That's our anti-inflammatory omegas or fatty acids. We do need some omega-6, which is our pro-inflammatory, but we want to get those at about a 1-to-1 ratio or no more than 4-to-1 of the omega-6 to omega-3. The average Western diet, especially here in America, is anywhere from 15 up to maybe 50-to-1. So no wonder people are so inflamed, no wonder their arteries are on fire and their body's laying down all these cholesterol plaques to try and cool them down. Cholesterol is not the enemy. They're trying to cool the problem down. It's the inflammation in the artery that's the problem, but that's a whole other video. And so if you're now getting seed oils at every meal, you're just jacking your inflammation up because every time you eat them, you are going to get inflamed. So let's look at our good oils, things like coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, flaxseed oil, and that's the big misconception. I'll often say seed oils are bad and people say, but what about flaxseed? I've been told it's good. Yes, seed oils is probably not a good name for it. We should just say the rancid oils or something else, but flaxseed is in the good column. So what's in the bad column? And this column is not like sugar where you can have a little bit in moderation. Hey, Dr. Rodney here. If you want to get my free PDF, 5 hacks for boosting your immune system, just go into the description of this video, click on the link, download it, and if you have any questions on it, just send me a message and I'll help you out with it. This column is you want to try and avoid it as much as you possibly can. It's impossible to fully avoid it if you're ever going to eat out, but you want to have as little as you can. Vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean, grapeseed, cottonseed oil, most safflower and sunflower oils. I say most because if they're cold pressed and made from an organic proper source, they can actually be fine for you. But if you're reading labels and you see it there and you don't know who made the product and you don't know that they're using the right one, then you'd probably just throw that out like the rest of the oils I just mentioned. At home, you can control this. Just never buy them. Read labels. If there's any of those oils on there, you pitch them. When you go out to eat, unfortunately, you normally don't have a lot of options. I'll often go to a restaurant and say, what are you cooking your food in? And they'll say vegetable oil. I say, do you have any other options? They'll say canola oil. It's like, well, which one are you going to kill me with, vegetable or canola oil? And usually the waitress or waiter doesn't really laugh. They don't get the sarcasm. And I just say, you know what, pick your poison. Because if I've decided to go out and eat, then I know it's going to be cooked in that. But you can avoid things like fries, which are just getting soaked in all those bad oils, as well as the transhydrogenated fats. That's also going to kill you. So it's just being smarter. And then if you like fries, get an air fryer at home and cook them in coconut oil or something like that. If you like crisps and chips, then get the brand Siete that uses avocado oil to cook, and they're not using potatoes, they're using lectin-free things like arrowroot flour and cassava flour. So you can really control your environment at home, and you can be really picky on what you go and eat out. So if you eat a steak, there's just going to be less canola oil or vegetable oil used. Hopefully they might have even cooked it in butter, which is going to be far better for you than the other things. And when you are cooking at home, I recommend always using grass-fed butter, grass-fed or pasture-raised lard or tallow, and then keep your extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, mainly to use as cold. Coconut oil can be used if you're air frying some chicken wings or fries or something like that. But for the most part, cooking in the animal fats is going to be much healthier for you and better for you anyway. So if you've got questions on this, or you're not sure again what oils you should or shouldn't have, just leave a comment below. If this is the kind of content that you like and you're learning something from this, hit that subscribe button, because I do a lot of videos on these kind of topics. And all I want to do is try and help more people become healthier. I don't want you to think the way I think. I just want to challenge conventional thinking out there. You can either agree, or if you disagree, at least it's forcing you to think and have to go and do some more research. And ultimately, we're all going to get better and healthier for it.